Thy four keepers vanished. No bodies, no clues, no closure. These are their true stories. Let's begin. Lighthouses, stoic beacons standing guard against storm-tossed seas, have long been symbols of hope and safety. Yet behind their iron lantern rooms and granite walls lie disappearances so baffling they defy explanation. Tonight, we journey along America's coasts to uncover four vanishings that still haunt these silent sentinels. Imagine the crash of waves against jagged cliffs, the shriek of wind through rusted railings, the unending gray of fog so dense it swallows sound. In such relentless isolation, mind and body are tested to their limits. And in four tragic cases, that crucible claimed the keepers themselves, without a trace. November 13th, 1892, Seabrook Point Light, Maine. Eli Avery, a veteran keeper of 15 years, sent his last log entry at 2 a.m. Gale at threshold. Lantern steady. All is well. By first light, Avery had vanished. Islanders found a single leather boot perched atop the railing, its mate nowhere to be seen. No footprints cut through the 6-foot drifts. No dropped tools or torn clothing. Only a boot, as if he walked off into thin air. Search parties scoured the craggy shore and icy coves for days, but no body ever surfaced, and no clue explained his disappearance. July 9th, 1924. Sandbar Light, Florida. Keeper Mabel Sinclair, one of the few women to hold the title, maintained flawless logs until her final, cryptic entry. The fog speaks. I hear voices calling my name. I fear I am compelled to follow. When the supply launch arrived 2 days later, the station was deserted. The kettle still steamed on the stove. Her tea cooled in a chipped porcelain cup. Her reading glasses lay abandoned on the sill, and footprints led only to the lantern room's threshold before stopping abruptly. For 72 hours, the Gulf mist clung to the tower, unmoving, as though guarding her secret. September 12th, 1947, Cape Orion Lighthouse, Oregon coast. Thomas, Tom. Riley was famous among visiting mariners for his breakfasts. Fluffy pancakes, crisp bacon, rich coffee. That morning, his skillet hissed on the stove. Syrup dripped in perfect droplets onto a blue and white plate. The table was set, utensils aligned with military precision. By the time the morning supply plane circled overhead, Riley was gone. The door to the balcony creaked in the breeze, swinging open toward the churning Pacific, as if inviting him into the abyss. No rope gave way. No sign of struggle. Just an empty station overlooking an indifferent sea. October 31st, 1963, Pelican Shoal Light, Texas Gulf Coast. Keeper Luis Martinez logged routine radio checks on VHF every half hour. At 11:45 p.m., his voice crackled over the airwaves. All clear. Devils in the... And then static swallowed the transmission. Coast Guard cutters combed the waters under searchlights. Helicopters hovered over the shoals. Onshore volunteers scoured the salt-stained dunes. No life ring, no oilskin jacket, no trace of Luis or his equipment. Yet fishermen swear that on fog-bound nights, they still catch faint echoes of his last words amid the static. What claimed these men and women? Theory 1, accidents. Rogue waves sweeping across exposed decks, unseen slip and falls into dark waters, hidden fissures in ancient foundations. Nature's power can swallow a keeper in an instant. Theory 2, foul play. Smugglers using lighthouses as covert drop sites, rival keepers jealous of solitary prestige, or local saboteurs seeking to reset shipping lanes. but no suspects ever emerged. Theory 3. Supernatural. Folklore speaks of sea-bound spirits, lost sailors, shipwreck victims, indigenous guardians, angry at intruders lighting false beacons. Could these ancient forces still roam the rocks and reefs? Beyond these four, countless untold stories linger in logbooks and local legends. Diaries speak of phantom footsteps rattling cell doors, fleeting silhouettes glimpsed in lantern light, unearthly voices carried on gale-driven gusts. Modern ghost hunters claim to capture EVPs, electronic voice phenomena, whispering names long forgotten. Drone footage sometimes reveals misty figures drifting across empty catwalks. Yet skeptics argue for optical illusions, hallucinations born of fatigue and isolation. Consider the keeper's life. Months alone with nothing but wind and waves for company. Confinement in narrow stairwells. The relentless tick of time in a vacuum of sound. Every drip of condensation echoes like a footstep. Every distant horn reverberates in the bones. How long before isolation fractures the mind? Or before something beyond our reality reaches out? These tales aren't mere curiosities. They are stark reminders of isolation's toll, of waters that claim more than flesh, and of mysteries that fuel legends. They warn us that even the brightest beacons can harbor darkness, and they whisper that some secrets are best left unlit. Which disappearance chills you most? Do you believe Eli was swept away by a freak storm? Or did Mabel answer a ghostly call? Could Tom have stumbled into a smuggler's trap? Or did Luis confront an otherworldly presence? Share your theory in the comments. Let's piece together these puzzles. If you crave more spine-tingling true story explorations, hit like, subscribe, and ring that bell. Until next time, keep your lantern lit and your courage close. Thanks for watching. Where your fear meets the unknown and your imagination comes to life.